Like I said, to revitalize the economy of Nigeria, we have two things to do. One is close down the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, or two, you restructure the Central Bank of Nigeria. I know the first option is not going to be possible due to the political classes we have in Nigeria and their vested interest, which is selfish, vested selfish interest. But number two is doable, depending on the will of the people, to really work hard and effect this change. We have to take back our financial institutions into our hand. We have to decide on what policy that best work for us, because we've seen the likes of Bismarck and the rest of them, those economic council people, they have no solution. But I'm only speaking from the mindset of an Igbo trader, because I'm an Igbo boy. I'm an Igbo. Azola ma here na area, azola here na Eko shopping center, but with my father, though not my personal business, but it was my father's. And so I can speak more on that because I have a basic knowledge of trade and business investment, depending on which one you talk about. So now, if we look at it simple, when we look at it simple this way, I ask you one question. Who owns the Central Bank of Nigeria? I would like you to answer that on your own. Just do your due diligence. Is it an independent financial institution that serves the purpose or that has the best interests of the Nigerian people at heart? 3, who appoints or who decides who's going to be the central bank governor? Do we know what causes inflation? Do we know what real money is? During the past general election of 2019, I saw a video of a bullion van carrying cash into the house of a politician in Nigeria. You all know who the person is. I won't go into that because I don't like talking about politics. I don't like politics. So, if we have a working Central Bank of Nigeria, that bullion van should be investigated. If we have a working Central Bank of Nigeria, okay, if we have a working and EFCC that is really out to fight corruption, that act should be investigated. Okay. The political cabals are the ones in charge of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Whoever, be it PDP, be it APC, they are all the same. The cabal is the cabal. They are in both parties. They decide who is going to be the Central Bank of Nigeria governor, depending on which political party is in power. So now, when you look at this, if the EFCC and ICPC and the rest of them really want to fight corruption, okay, like they promised us they are about, if they go to all these politicians' house like they've done in the past, do the opposition thing, but I think both politicians and both major political parties, their house should be raided and searched thoroughly. You will find stashed heavy amount of Nigerian notes, currency notes, and some foreign currency notes. When you have a political class decide who is going to be the central bank governor, what do? So when whoever that goes in there will have to dance to the tune of the political party in power or the political cabal in power. So once they go there, they will tell them, oh, I want 100 billion. Central bank will give order. They will print for them off the record. So once it's time for election, they will print and send bullion vans to their house and stock up money. Is your house a bank? You can decide that for yourself. If that's what you want to do, I can't tell you what to do. But now, once you do that, what happens? The Central Bank of Nigeria, if they pumped 1 trillion naira into the economy, and the political class has about 500 billion, and the economy, the money that is in circulation is now 500 billion, and which is in deficit of 500 billion extra to be in circulation. Now, that money is not getting to the small businesses, because the foundation of every economy is the capacity of their small business, not the big corporations. The little woman, the little madam that owns a kiosk, the little man that owns a little locally service providing business. They are the ones that hold the economy, not the Dangotes and the rest of them. So now, once they do this, and there's deficit of 500 billion in the economy, because the political class have stacked up 500 billion in their cash safe havens, in their houses, undergrounds, and the rest of it. What will the Central Bank of Nigeria do? They will print another 500 billion again to pump into the economy. Once they print that much to pump into the economy, what does it do? It causes inflation. Two, once they will have a government in power that spends money that they do not have, what do they do now? They go about borrowing, spending lavishly. You see this in the House of Reps, senators, and the rest of them buying new cars, requesting for new SUVs, Toyota SUVs for themselves. What does Central Bank of Nigeria do? They go ahead and print more money to meet up with the current lifestyle of the political class. Okay, once they print more money to meet up with their standard, to pay them their political pensions, because Nigeria is now a corporation, is a business for the political cabals. So once they go about, they print that much money for them. What does it cost? It costs inflation. But we have an option. I can go on and give you those concrete reasons, but I will do that in the next video. But I just want to make this one short. Now, what do they do next? What can we do next? So it's either we'll close that central bank, or two, we restructure the central bank. We'll have these geopolitical zones in Nigeria. We'll have to decentralize the Central Bank of Nigeria. The central bank will have to deny them the right to issue banknotes. Before they issue banknotes, there'll have to be an economic council that comprises all the political zones in Nigeria to detect, okay, we are pumping 1 trillion naira into the economy in southeast, in the southwest, north. So we're pumping 6 trillion naira in all the 6 geopolitical zones. You have to have an economic council comprising of people from those geopolitical zones. And whatever you do have to be transparent. Now, what is the central bank trying to do? They want to switch over to a digital economy. Once they switch over to digital economy, we don't have that infrastructure to stomach the digital economy. So what do? They have to use their mouse. Now they can literally use a mouse to generate digital figures of trillions of naira. So now they pay you, and we don't have that act, because that is not real money. The real money is the value, the production capacity, while we have none. So now once they do that, what do? That kills the economy. That kills the value of the economy. So what now becomes king? Cash becomes king. Whoever that owns cash becomes king. But they'll try to put fears in your mind, and telling you that, oh no, there is virus that's been transmitted through coronavirus, through cash payment. But when you give governor of the other governor, when you give him dollars in cash, he pockets it in his water, but he never worries about coronavirus being on that dollar. So don't mind what they are doing. Cash is still king. Don't forget that. Don't go and dive into their credit system, because it's not gonna survive. It's not gonna help us in the long run. Rather, to put us in a very bad financial position, and we'll all be in debt. It's a debt trap. You don't want to mortgage the future of this country. Please, we don't want that. So I think my next video, I will go into deep to explain to you more, but I just want to make a short videos, less than 10 minutes, so that you can always think for yourself and do your own due diligence. Once again, thank you for listening to ONYE IGBO Report. I will come back again with a more deep insight on what I meant by the restructuring of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Thank you.